Hey guys, Aqua Duelist here, and I've waited quite some time to do this deck profile. Today I'm coming to you guys with my Danger Predaplant deck profile. I wanted to wait until after Master Rule 5. It's when I felt like this deck would be at its best again. And when they started announcing new support for it, I got really excited. I really love Predaplants. Actually, from my favorite set, Fusion Enforcers. We got so many cool things out of that set. But always been a Predaplant fan. I really love Little Shop of Horrors, and to me, this is basically Little Shop of Horrors as a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. So I'm playing 3 copies of Predaplant Orpha Scorpio. Everyone should really know what he does. It's what we used to use to search Brilliant Fusion, so everyone should be familiar with that. Next, we play 3 copies of Predaplant Spinodinea, or Spinodinea. I struggle with a couple of their names still, so yeah. But basically, if he's summoned, you place a Predator counter on a monster your opponent controls. If it battles a monster with a lower level, which the Predator counter makes your opponent's monsters level 2. So if it does battle with one of them, you can special summon a Predaplant monster from your deck. So yeah, it's pretty good. 1800 attack, it's okay-ish. If you use the Union Carrier on this, it gets pretty good, pretty great. It's like it's like a snowball kind of. But next up, playing 2 copies of Predaplant Chimera Soldu. Basically, what he does is he's kind of like almost a super poly if I have to really say it. Basically, you can fusion summon by using monsters with predator counters on them, but the fusion monster has to be dark. That's the only downside to it. But yeah, so basically you get predator counters on your opponent's monsters. You can basically just fusion summon them off with this guy's effect. So yeah. Next up, 2 copies of Darling Cobra. We play in tandem with the Orpha Scorpio. Everyone should be familiar with that. So we play 1 copy of Dropsophilia Hydra? I don't know. I always just called it Hydra. All my friends did. None of us could pronounce this guy's name. So, basically, he's kind of like a kaiju. If he's in the hand or graveyard, you contribute a monster on either player's side of the field with a predator counter, special summon him. So yeah, he's kind of like an archetype kaiju in a sense. And then we play 1 copy of Predaplant Heliforminus, or Heliforminchus. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering these names so badly, and I find it funny. So yeah, basically, if your opponent controls a monster with a predator counter, you can special summon him from your hands, and if he's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 dark plant or dark dragon monster in your graveyard, accept him, and then special summon it. So yeah, it's kind of like very niche-ish. I feel like it's a decent one of. So that's all for the Predaplant monsters for this deck. Moving on to the dangers. Obviously, we play the 1 Snake, the 1 Nessie, and then the 1 Jackalope as just 3 1-ofs you have to play. Play 3 Danger Mothmans. I don't know, I feel like now that they're at 1, I feel like Danger Mothman's kind of like a 3-of for the most part. Just because, it helps dig through the deck. And then we play 1 copy of Bigfoot, 1 copy of Thunderbird, and then 1 copy of Chupacabra. I feel like Chupacabra is decent as a 1-of because we have a fairly nice-sized Danger engine, so you could just replace it with whatever other danger you want. I just felt like it was a decent 1-of. It does its job. Now for the other monsters, I play 3 copies of Lone Fire Blossom. Basically gets you any plant monster out of your deck, or Predaplant monster in this case. And then the 1 copy of Whelp, because all our monsters are dark other than the Lone Fire Blossoms, but they're never going to stay on the field. So, yeah, that's it for the monsters. Now going on to the spells, playing 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. It's a dark deck. It's a little consistency booster. It's draw power, basically. No real explanation needed. 3 copies of Super Poly. This is a fusion-based deck. And then we're playing 3 copies of Predaplants. So this card's actually really, really freaking great. You special summon a Predaplant monster from your hand, and then add 1 Predap card from your deck to hand. And then after this card resolves for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So since we're playing Dangers, we can obviously make whatever links we need kind of before this, or hopefully we're able to. Overall, this is actually really, really freaking good. I love it. So, playing 2 copies of Predaplants. Basically, you can reveal any number of Predap cards in your hand. Target that number of face-up monsters your opponent controls, and then place a Predator counter on each of them. And then, they become level 2 or lower. So, yeah, or they become level 2 or level 1 if they're level 2. Yeah. And then if a Predaplant monster I control is destroyed by battle, I can banish it from my graveyard. So overall, it's pretty nice. Next up, I play 1 copy of Predapruning. It's basically like a equip Monster Reborn for the archetype. It is searchable off of Predapractice. That's why I'm playing this over Monster Reborn. It's just searchable. Playing 1 copy of Polymerization, 1 copy of Predaprime Fusion. If a Predaplant monster you control is on the field, if Predaplant monster is on the field, you can fusion summon 1 Dark Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from either field as material, including 2 or more dark monsters that you control, and it's a hard once per turn. It's kind of like it's okay-ish. It is searchable off of the Predapractice. It has come up a little bit. That's why I'm playing it. I would like to replace it with Ultra Polymerization. I just don't have my hands on one yet. So, and then lastly, 1 copy of Instant Fusion, because it's Instant Fusion. It's great, and this is a fusion-based deck. So that's it for the main deck. Now going off to the extra deck, we are playing 1 copy of Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. Basically becomes whatever fusion spell you want. 1 copy of Aromaseraphy Jasmine. 1 copy of Union Carrier. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and then the Nightmare Unicorn to go with it, and then the 1 Boral Sword just to OTK. That's it for the links. Now going into the fusions, I play 2 copies of Starving Venom Dragon, 1 copy of Draco Stapelia. You could honestly cut it if you want. I don't go into it too often. 1 copy of Predaplant Chimera Flacia. 1 copy of Predaplant Tremilifterium. Honestly, I just call it Predaplant Ghidorah because it's basically just King Ghidorah, kinda. And then the 1 Mud Dragon the Swamp, best card in the game. It's just amazing. It's the best card. It's so good. Hail the Holy Mud Dragon. And then 1 copy of Thousand Eyes Restrict. And that's it for the fusions. Going off into the XYZs, I play one copy of Baguska, which I will probably cut for a copy of Relinquished Anima when I get them in. And then one copy of Abyss Dweller, because it's honestly just kind of good, like, as for right now, especially locally. I don't know, I don't make the XYZs too often, but they are just kind of there. So thank you guys so much. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys liked it, give it a like. Got any comments, go ahead and drop a comment. And if you guys want to see more content, hit that subscribe button. As of right now, I'm typically doing about 2 videos a week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.